For the chair build, I needed a small draw knife, and I wasn't going to throw a load of cash at it, so I got this. I didn't need something for stripping bark, making canoes, boats, or the likes. This is for fine furniture, chair parks, transitions, tweaking shapes. Not heavy stock removal, although you can. I've had about a 1mm shaving off this knife. That distinction matters. Not all draw knives are created equal. This has a 110mm cutting edge, a 6mm thick blade, and it's about 280mm at its widest point. Short draw knives trade speed for control. You remove less material per pass, but you get far more feedback. For furniture work, that's what I need. Long draw knives amplify the mistakes. Short ones show technique, which is exactly what I want for perfect shaping. This blade is high-speed steel. It's not ideal for edge tools like this, but it's also not a train smash. Steel trade-offs are simple. O1 sharpens fast, dulls sooner. PMV11, my favourite, holds an edge the longest, so less time sharpening. Well, that's not strictly true, because it takes a hell of a lot longer to sharpen it. HSS steel sits right in the middle. Tougher than O1, but harder to refine. For a £15 tool, high-speed steel is cool. Edge stability matters more than hardness in draw knives, in my opinion. Flex and chatter destroy control way before edge wear does. This blade is completely flat. No concave, no convex shape. That affects how it behaves. Flat blades are predictable. They don't self-register on curves. They demand better hand control. They can also be machine sharpened. Critical for me. Curved blades help with hollowing, but reduce accuracy on flats. For furniture tweaking, flats fine. Not so much in this case. It's small enough to make it work. Plus I've got those spoke shapes. Oh, let's not forget I did get that rounded version of that spoke shave I showed you the other day, and I'm very happy with that. Anyway, back to the point. As long as you understand its limits, you'll understand this draw knife. There is a but, and one I hadn't seen before till now, and that's the double bevel. The larger bevel is about 20 degrees, and the shorter bevel is at 15 degrees. I hope I remembered that rightly. I'm not going to lie, I had to look this up, as it's new to me. So I'll give you my thoughts in a minute. Some say that one side should be flat with a 25-degree bevel on the other side. The flat side cuts deep for better stock removal. The bevel side cuts shallow for finer work. This is what I currently do. Others say that the combination of bevel on both sides make for a better draw knife. Degrees, though, are not a given. I'm just telling you what these came with. But both offer more control over a flat knife blade. In this case, the larger bevel is at 20 degrees and the smaller bevel is at 15 degrees. My take, it feels so much better for fine work, but it can remove stock up to about 1mm. With the small bevel down, I find you get tighter cuts. Large bevel up, I find you get more control over flat cuts. Bevel up raises the angle and resists digging in on flat surfaces. There's no rule. Grain direction decides most of the time. It's like the Swiss Army of draw knives. This is the bit where I'm meant to beg you to like and subscribe and join my Patreon. You've heard that speech 1,000 times, so let's keep it civilised. If you like the video, do the clicky things. YouTube gets all hot and bothered by that stuff. If you really liked it, the Patreon's link is there down below. It's about the price of a pint a month, and you get early access to vids, no ads, a WhatsApp group for the top tier peeps, a group full of absolute legends, chatting utter nonsense. No pressure, no guilt, just good vibes, bad jokes, and the occasional moment of brilliance. Like, subscribe, be lucky. This is where the price shows. Quality draw knives have handles angled forward and slightly downward. That aligns the pulling force through the blade. These handles are straight. That changes the force. More wrist involvement. Perfect. Less natural leverage. More fatigue over time. The handles on this are also not through tang. Through tang handles resist loosening, transmit force better, survive shock loads. Having said all that though, it kind of doesn't matter here, as it's really a detail knife, and only 15 quid. The first thing I check with a draw knife is flex. Flex ruins control. It lies to you mid-cut. I put pressure on this blade and it passed. No visible flex under pressure, certainly not under any reasonable force, was there any flex in it. That alone makes it usable. Out of the box, these blades are square. I should say the blade edge, because it's kind of a one piece really, but if you push cut into your work, those edges will chew into your hands, especially when switching direction in awkward grain. So you've got a knot in the middle and the grain is coming up and up. Say if you're turning around, you're going to turn that knife around, pull and push. I'm going to be rounding the edges of this draw knife so I don't have to put up with that. And you can just do that with a little hand file, a metal hand file. Doesn't take very long at all. It's a safety modification. This is a machinable, sharpenable tool. I'd normally say the back needs to be polished up to mirror like you do with your chisels. Not so much here though, because the bevels are the reference point. So polish those up, if you desire. I haven't done so yet. This out of the box though is nice and sharp. Even if you don't have a sort of Tormek looking job to sharpen it up on with the machine, it is nice and sharp. I didn't think of it at the beginning that it's nice and flat, so I was expecting to machine it by... not machine it, but sharpen it by hand. Thankfully not in this case. Pull cuts reduce blade lift under load. Push cuts give better visibility. Grain dictates force direction. Grain reversal forces directional changes, whether you like it or not. A draw knife that is comfortable both ways is more versatile, especially on chair parts where grain rarely behaves. This is not a bark stripper, a green woodworking knife, a sculpting tool, getting to your shape kind of sculpting tool, you know what I mean, not finessing. This is more for finessing, not just hacking lumps of large wood to get down so you're close to what your shape's going to be. It's a fine shaping tool, so use it like one. Use it for heavy work and you're just going to expose its weaknesses. The cost, 15 quid. I shit you not. Comparable knives, 01 steel versions, about 60 quid. PMV 11, it's going to be 120 quidish. What you pay for, better steel, better hand geometry, better fit and finish. What you don't get here is refinement and function. My final thought on this knife, with the tweaks mentioned, rounded edges, proper sharpening, realistic expectations, this works. Would I prefer better steel? I'm not going to give it a moment's thought. This does exactly what it says on the tin, and at the time of making this video, it's 15 quid. 15 quid. I mean, you might as well just buy one every time you need to sharpen it. Or sharpen it. Save yourself 15 quid. This earns its place in my tool chest. Thank you for watching, people. Thank you for helping me along the way on my Patreon page too. Be lucky. So if you like the cut of my jib, please like and subscribe. Share if you're really feeling kinky. And we'll see each other again.